Oh my God, I cannot believe it. That is shocking and devastating. I can't believe it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me before we get started to help me get to 2K before the new year. And if you're not new here, I have a bone to pick with all of y'all that are listening to me right now. I'm pissed off at y'all. Okay, so sometimes when I'm making these videos, y'all, I'm like rushing trying to edit them, and I don't always go back and look at them like I should before I post them. And in my last video about decentering dangerous pygmies or male-centered women, I didn't get to edit it like I thought I did, and I went back and I was looking at it this morning, and you could see my steering wheel in my car because I was on my way to work or at work when I was doing it, when I recorded it. And you could see my ashy hands and knuckles and just all of that. And nobody got in the comments and told me. I don't know if y'all are just not looking at the videos, y'all are just listening, because I do that a lot. Like some podcasts, if they don't, have like a lot of videos or pictures, or I'll just listen to them and not look at them. So maybe I'll give some of y'all that. But some of y'all saw that my video was not fully edited and didn't say anything to me. So I'm just wondering, like, where is the sisterhood? Like, we cannot build community like that. I can't trust y'all. Y'all can't be trusted. I was like, this is like a 45-minute video, and I couldn't go back and just edit it, so I had to delete the video. It was a really good video, so I hope that some of y'all caught it. I hope you got to share it before I deleted it. If you did, thank you. But anyway, enough about me. I'm just gonna have to be more careful and make sure I edit my entire video before posting it. Enough about that. So I want to talk about, y'all, these what's going on with the FAFO season. This is a veterans edition of FAFO, y'all. Trump is about to everybody's about to find out, even the veterans. I feel really bad for them because there are a lot of homeless veterans in America. Especially in my state, I see a lot of them out there all the time. And I know they're veterans because they write it on their signs. But I don't feel bad for the ones who voted for him. I really don't feel bad for them. So instead of thoughts and prayers for them, I'll send my thoughts and prayers for the ones that didn't vote for him, but I will send thoughts and tariffs, concepts of thoughts and tariffs to them. Y'all, I can't feel bad for anyone who just blindly voted for this man. And I don't see how y'all could blindly vote for him, because he was putting it all out he is putting everything that he's going to do and everything that he has on his agenda. He's not hiding it. He's showing you some of it is already taking place. So I don't feel bad for a lot of these people who are veterans and who need their medical insurance and their medicine, and they need in-home care and nursing, and he is literally telling y'all that he does not care about y'all. If you have lost limbs, if you have PTSD, he's literally saying it, that he doesn't care. But people choose to hear what they want to hear. They have eyes, but they do not see. They have ears, but they do not hear, like the Bible says. And I think it's talking about these people. I really do. Trump he's a part of the Great Reset. They're trying to reset America, and they have to take everything that they've given to everybody back. And that's what they're in the process of doing. And they're trying to just sort out the funds amongst the richest men in the world so they can have complete control over everybody. It's happening right before our very eyes, and I don't see why people are still thinking that just because Trump looks like them or he has the same color skin as them that he is for them. Some people are catching on. For example, the United Healthcare sniper or shooter. He wasn't a sniper. We saw him. Like, he was so cute. But anyway, so people like him are catching on to what's going on, and they know that it's no point in fighting people that are not doing anything to them. But other people are still holding on to the, oh, make America great again, and let's put everybody back in slavery but the people that look like us. They think that's what they think is about to happen when Trump gets in there, while he's actually telling them the truth to their faces. So enough of me rambling on. Let's get into these videos, and I will be back with my commentary after this.
I got a fuck around and find out story. So I'm in Walgreens, and there's this guy in front of me who's all decked out in his MAGA gear. The one with the daddy's home, you know, with the fist in the air. Anyway, he's there with his MAGA hat on and his Trump shirt, and he's getting his prescriptions. So the lady behind the counter that's helping him lets him know, sir, I've noticed that you have TRICARE as your insurance, and I'm just letting you know you should be getting a letter in the mail that we are no longer going to be contracted through them at the end of this month. He said, what do you mean? We got Selfridge right down the road. What do you mean you ain't going to be contracted through no veterans insurance? And she said, sir, there are a whole lot of administrative changes that are going to be going on, and Walgreens, the company, is unsure of what contracts through the VA, what contracts for the military are going to be revised or pulled. She says, now, I'm sure there are other pharmacies such as CVS or mail-in pharmacies such as Express Scripts that will still honor your insurance. But as far as Walgreens, we will not. And boy, did this man get so mad. He didn't understand what was going on. So she broke down to him what was happening. She's like, you know, he's talking about getting rid of VA hospitals. He's getting rid of possibly disability for veterans, or putting a 10-year max cap on that. And it's going to be an extremely hard process to even be approved for that. So this guy, he's just like staring at her, and he goes, well, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do. He said, you know, the only thing that I live off of right now is my VA and my Social Security. And she just kind of looked at him, and I looked at him, and I said, they're going to be taking your Social Security too. And I looked down at his shirt, and I looked back up at him. I said, you know, from one veteran to another, Daddy doesn't give a fuck if you have your medicine or not. He really doesn't. He doesn't care that you served. He deferred his freaking draft 4 times because his feet hurt. I mean, what do you expect from the guy? Well, Republicans are supposed to be all about their military. I said, this is not about Republicans and Democrats, sir. There's Republicans, there's Democrats, and then there's MAGA. And I said, and unfortunately, you're all a part of the MAGA. I said, hey, you voted for him. You fucked around, and now you're going to find out. And I kind of feel bad because his face was just so like this was the first time he ever heard this. This was the first time he was ever hearing that as a veteran, his benefits, his security is being threatened, that his Social Security is being threatened. Like, where the fuck are these people staying? Where are they at? Like, living under a rock? I don't get it. But anyway, that's my story.
Let's talk about the veterans' benefits, especially veterans' disability benefits. They basically want to say that some of these veterans who have benefits didn't deserve them. Well, I can tell you what, personally in my family, my son is a disabled veteran. He was in an IED explosion in Afghanistan. It took away years of his life. And yes, he did get a veteran's disability. But now they want to call those benefits absurdly generous. So how much money do you put on the price of someone's arm, leg, their mind, whatever it is? Well, these folks think they're just going to come in and they're going to cut those things out. Did you know how many veterans can't even function if they didn't have the finances to do it so? If someone lost their leg, just to get out of bed, they need assistance. Those type things. So now we've got them looking at where to cut, and one of the first places you look at are the people who served our country. Well, folks, that's what's going to happen. And for those folks who supported Donald Trump, you voted for veterans' disability benefits to be taken away from them. And when you look at what they're wanting to take away from, it doesn't even come close to the budget that they need to balance. So we're going to go ahead, once again, going to hit the Social Security, and then they're going to hit the next group of people who's going to be our veterans. Anyone who has served in the military, they've been injured in the service of their country, they have to be compensated. This administration coming up, they don't want to do that. Remember, Donald Trump is the one who said that veterans, basically, especially the ones suckers and losers, and what it was in for them. Well, now we're fixing to find out. So all the folks need to understand when these veterans don't have a place to live, they don't have money for food and all that, it's because of who you voted for. So folks, we've got to make a lot of noise. They can't take away, they'll call it entitlements. It's things that we paid in for our entire lives in Social Security. And now they want to take helpless people who are on veterans' disability benefits and take their livelihoods away from them.
There is some new tax cuts that is supposed to be happening for our veterans. That is very disturbing to me because our veterans have given their lives, their families, and so much to the United States of America, and to cut benefits to them and their health care is just a disgrace to our democracy. Also, there is some proposed tax cuts to housing assistance. We already have a crisis with the homeless. Those are some of the tax cuts that I just can't get with. I'll leave some information at the end of this text about those tax cuts. I need you all to stay informed, stay aware, and we're going to have to be our keeper. So moving forward, we will have to be one another's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. And just be aware of everything that's going on. Be prepared. Don't let anything keep you caught or slipping from the truth, so that you can be in the best position to take care of your families, your loved ones, of course, our veterans, and those that served and gave their lives for us. Also, I'm going to keep reminding you to follow me, follow Bad Brad, and there's some others that we are both, Bad Brad and I, are going to give to you that's going to form a coalition so that we can survive in the upcoming days, years, months. We don't know what the future holds, but if we hold one another close together, we can survive through this.
They want to cut Social Security, Medicare, and veterans benefits. I'm a veteran. I receive Social Security. I don't use Medicare, but I get VA benefits. And I'm going to tell you something on the record. They are lighting a fuse to a dangerous powder keg. You've got people who have never worked a day in their life. Elon Musk isn't even from the US. And he decides to hold a knife to those who have given the most and get the least, because I will tell you, those VA benefits don't make you rich. It gives you enough to live in this world, and that's about it. And the idea of reducing them, for example, they want to eliminate the VA healthcare system and send every vet to a for-profit institution. Now, I've had a mixed bag with some of those because the VA has so many veterans, with arms and legs missing, brain tumors like I have. They have to send them out to private industries, and that's okay. But the idea you're going to curtail or eliminate those services for people who are no longer able to function, that's, go get a job, work a 9 to 5, that's a very dangerous situation. Because I'm going to tell you, folks, a lot of these folks, including myself, have PTSD. And you can only imagine what they are capable of doing and are trained to do. That's one thing that a vet will not tolerate. When you threaten the lives of their families and themselves, that's going to trigger something in them. And remember, they have been trained for self-protection. If you thought that we had violent incidents around this country, you've seen nothing yet. Now, I always get on this page and I suggest you guys to take action. I would strongly suggest that you guys, once again, call your representatives, call your senators, email them, however you can get in contact with them, and tell them this is a dangerous, short-sighted idea. Because we've got millions of veterans around the country that rely on those benefits on a monthly basis to pay rent, food, medical expenses, services for physical, physical rehab and those sort of things. If they do not have those services, there's going to be hell to pay. And I guarantee you, at the end of the day, the minuscule budget cuts will not be able to cover the damage caused. So please, contact your representatives and let them know your displeasure on a foreigner's idea to hurt some of the best of us. Every day that I read the things that Donald Trump and his minions have in plan for America, I grow more and more concerned. Because if you thought, and I'm not threatening anybody, and clearly I'm not part of some sort of revolution, but I would tell you this. If you thought January 6th was bad, cut VA benefits. Cut Social Security and Medicare, and you see how many people come out of the woodwork against them. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight retired. Have a good day.
I think it's fucked up. And then, but first and foremost, it makes you mad at the DMMFVs, dumb maggot motherfucking veterans who decided that you were going to vote for a guy who's a treasonous fucking traitor who said traumatic head injuries were fucking headaches, called us suckers and fucking losers, who said don't bring around people with missing limbs, disabled, because it doesn't look good, who said, and everybody forgets this one, folks, during his 2015 campaign, that the military doesn't win anymore. You know what that does to morale for people that were downrange or in harm's way? We don't win anymore? That's terrible. Vivek, who Ann Coulter, who I can't stand, but kudos where kudos are fucking due. She told him, I never vote for you because you're a fucking Indian. And he sat there because he's a fucking field hand on Trump's plantation.
Pick me, boy.
Right. The audacity to fucking that shit. But he deserved it. That motherfucker never served one motherfucking day in the military. I did 20 years and 28 days, as you always hear me say, during the Gulf War, in and out of country, and the Iraq War, out of the Pentagon, working for the chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff for the Psychological Operations Division. Vivek and his co-signing wife. See, no one calls out the co-signing wives but me. But I'm calling her out too, because how does she come home after he does that type of shit, says the most vile shit, and she's like, here's your smoking jacket and your pipe. My body, your choice. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm going to tell you something, folks. You're going to see if they cut VA benefits, even the DMMFVs, dumb maggot motherfucking veterans, are going to lose their mind, which really is a short trip, as Debbie says, because they got zero fucking brain cells. They're going to be mad as fuck. And they actually deserve it. But we don't. He has no business heading that up. Leon, as I call him, that's what Trump called him, I know you called him Ellen, has no business heading up shit. Remember what he said? We're going to have it hard for a while. Easy when you're a billionaire. I want to give you a scenario in this video. Because everybody was like, oh, they stuck it to Fox News. $757 million settlement with Matic. What's the name of the thing? The voting machines. I can't think of the company's name. Dominion. the voting machines. Put that in proper perspective. Sure, you and I will never see $757 million. I agree. A lot of money. But what the fuck is it to Rupert Murdoch, who's a billionaire, and he's 91 or 92, marrying young women, probably popping Viagra like they're fucking sweet tarts. What is it really to a billionaire? 757 million. It's nothing. It's nothing. But anyways, back to the original point. It's fucked up. But Trump cares about the military. Oh yeah, he really cares. Oh, he really fucking cares. That's why he desecrated the flag and put his likeness on it. He humped the flag at CPAC. And you know how I know he impregnated the flag? Because the flag gave babies and they were red, white, and fucking orange. With bad fucking hair. That's how I feel about Vivek Ramaswamy and fucking Leon.
Veterans, listen up. Your benefits under Project 2025 are in danger. And here's what you need to know. They want to destroy the support system that you rely on. First off, they're targeting disability claims. They want to increase automation and cut staff. That means delays in processing your claims and more mistakes. You'll no longer be able to collect disability benefits at the same time you collect retirement benefits. And what about the care you get from private doctors when the VA can't meet your needs? They're looking to limit access to community care, which means longer wait times and fewer options, especially in rural areas. And the worst thing, they're looking to overhaul how disabilities are classified, potentially cutting benefits to those who need them the most. They think they can save money by denying you benefits that you've earned. Project 2025 is all about slashing benefits to veterans so they can save money. This is not what we need. This is not what we want.
The Veterans Health Care Reform Act was signed in 1996. Unfortunately, Congress had never renewed it. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why other sitting presidents did not sign it back. Maybe it didn't come up. Because Vivek is saying that any program in the government that has that is not congressionally authorized, like it's not current, those are the ones he's going to take care of first, and that's veterans benefits. Like, these people have given their lives and their everything to serve with honor for their country, my husband and my son being two of those people. And you can't think to cut spending any place else but veteran benefits. And if you're a military member, right, because the exit polls show that 61% of military and veterans voted for Trump, you should raise your hand. And with that same hand, you should like the shit out of yourself. Because this is going to be a real find out and fuck around and find out moment for everybody that voted for him. And the sad part is my heart bleeds because it is a fuck around and find out that I do not want to see happen. Do you understand? And not just because it's my family. You know how many veterans are homeless and serve their country that we have just forgotten about them? So the one last thing they have is that they can go get medications for those that are not right up here. My uncle was one of those people that lost his mind after Vietnam. He has since then passed away from cancer. But the fact that you won't be able to access those programs anymore, and the radical right ain't got shit to say now. Their mum's a word. But I think you and I need to start writing our congressmen and our senators and say that that's not okay. That's not okay. Anyway, mi gente, that's all I got for today. This one makes me truly sad. This one makes me really sad. But y'all have a great day.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for now. One thing I do want to say is that I do see a lot of homeless veterans like where I live, and I know that I've seen many videos of homeless veterans speaking and being interviewed on the streets. And one thing that I do notice is that most of them are men. Most of them are men. Most of them have severe PTSD. They have drug or alcohol addictions. And that just leads me to believe that men are not equipped to go to war. Like, I know y'all think that their minds are equipped, but I don't even think their minds are equipped like for normal everyday life to survive, just living in a normal world where they're not in a battlefield. But I see when they go to overseas or to war or they're in the military, like most of them come back and cannot bounce back at all. Like their psyche is messed up. I don't see too many homeless veteran women on the streets. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, y'all. If I'm missing something, tell me what that's all about. Is that, to me, that's just saying that, I don't know, are women not going to the same battlefields, the same places that these men are going to? Or is there a difference in the way that women and men cope? I know for a fact that women and men don't have the same minds. We don't cope with things the same way. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think there's a difference? Let me know what you see in your city. Do you see a whole bunch of homeless men or more homeless women? Let me know. I think I already know what the answer is going to be, but I don't know. I'm just getting like, we hear all these men are supposed to be leaders. Men are meant to go to war and fight, and women are supposed to stay home, and women can't lead, and women aren't rational. But why are all of these men losing their minds when they get drafted, or if they're in the military? They're not getting drafted, but you know what I mean? If they have to go be in the military and fight, and when they come back, why are they coming back and getting addicted to drugs and alcohol? So that's all I have, ladies. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think, and I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.